Hi everybody, Tex-Mex here. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today we're going to take a look at the Beretta 92 FS and the 96. I came into possession of this 96 not too long ago. It was given to me to clean up from a friend whose uncle passed away without any heirs, and they had to go through their home and they found a few firearms, including this one. And as I said in a separate video, this one was actually found with the magazine filled with 9mm instead of 40 Smith & Wesson. So for those of you that don't know, the main difference between these two pistols are both Berettas. They're the same design, except this one shoots 9mm, the 92 FS, and the 96 shoots 40 Smith & Wesson. So when he purchased this, I guess he was confused and he had 9mm in it. I'm assuming he never fired a 9mm round out of it. I can't guarantee that, but I didn't see any damage in it. I did have to clean it up quite a bit. The slide was almost frozen shut. It had a little bit of rust on there, so I stripped it, oiled it, cleaned off the rust, and put it back together. And this is the first time I've taken it shooting since then. So this is going to be a slightly subjective video, obviously, because I just wanted to feel the difference between the 9mm and the 40. I've had this 9mm for a long time. My father had, or should I say my father had, because it's now mine. For anyone who grew up in the 80s, seeing the Beretta on all the action films, it was just a gorgeous, sexy pistol, and it was in quite demand back then. So I got this one at a gun show, and it was the discount model that was meant for law enforcement. I mean, it wasn't a law enforcement only model. I'm a civilian and I was allowed to buy it, but it came in a cardboard box with a badge on front that said like officer policeman on it, and it only came with one magazine. So it was sort of the discounted version for probably officers in smaller departments that were trying to upgrade their duty firearm. And I have the box still, so here's a picture of the box. You see a nice little cardboard box it came in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot some steel with them first, just to see if I feel any difference between the 40 and the 9. I am going to feel a difference, but I guess what I'm trying to see is if I can shoot them both about as quickly and stay on target shooting at the steel. And then after that, I'm going to take some slow motion view of them both firing in relatively rapid succession, 5 rounds of not target ammo, but you know, actual self-defense ammo. For the 9mm, I have some Spear hollow points, and for the 40, I have some Remington. So let me go ahead and shoot some steel first with just some target practice ammo. I'm going to shoot Blazer. It's the Blazer brass 9mm out of the 92 FS. It's a 115 grain, and then out of the 40, we got this Winchester white box, 165 grain full metal jacket. So let me go ahead and load up these pistols. I hope very much the 96 functions since this is my first time shooting it, since I had to clean it up. And then we'll go ahead and set up for the slow-mo. So we're gonna start with the Beretta 92. 10 rounds. We're here at about 15 yards. That's 10. Pretty easy. And now we move on to the Beretta 96. 10 rounds. Once again, this is the first time I have fired this pistol since I have cleaned it up and de-rusted it. So let's see how this feels. Oh. Okay, I was pulling a little down and to the right, so I missed a couple of those shots. It is snappier. Obviously, this is completely subjective, but with practice, I think I could control that. But compared to the 9mm, the 9mm was much, much smoother to shoot. And I think I could take those follow-up shots just a little bit faster. Okay, I loaded in 5 more rounds. It's functioning well. And I just wanted to see if I could hit the smaller targets at the same distances as the 9mm, as long as I took slightly slower shots. Oh yeah. Oh. There we go. There we go. Well, it is snappier, and I think the sights may be slightly drifted off. But that being said, you can see that compared to the 9mm, it sure moves those plates a lot more. But yeah, it certainly kicks a little more, and it took me longer to get on target. I'm shooting that 9mm a lot better than this one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now this part of the video, I am going to do the slow-mo comparison. I'm going to shoot both the 92 and the 96 using self-defense ammo. I don't remember exactly the weights, so I'll put that on the screen right now. I'm shooting Spear. They're not gold dots, but they're Spear hollow points out of the 92 and Remington hollow points out of the 96. And this is the information below. What I'm going to try to do is fire 5 rounds of each as quickly as I can, and not that I'm just going to pull the trigger as quickly as possible. I'm actually going to be shooting and trying to recover between shots. So I'm trying to do fast shooting while still maintaining aim, and see if there's a significant difference between both of these pistols, since I get to shoot 9mm and 40 out of what are essentially identical pistols, except obviously for the magazines and the barrels. And then secondly, once we put it in the slow motion, you will also be able to see, I'll try to do a side-by-side, at least with one of the shots on each, showing the difference in recoil between the 9mm and 40. So let's get that set up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was a fun video. Hopefully the slow-mo will show some differences between the two. I can say when I was doing the rapid firing, it felt like I was getting both back on target at about the same speed. However, I will say that with the 40, I could feel myself tightening my grip more between shots because of the recoil, which could obviously affect accuracy, but that's just an issue with training. I'm certain that if I only had the 40 with a little more training, I could hit as quickly and as good as I can with the 9. But there is something to be said that with the 9, I can do that already. But anyway, as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.